Good morning everyone, it's Wednesday the 29th of November. Welcome to another one of Alan's angling adventures. Back up the chest stream again. This will be my third time in a row that I'm fishing here, but this time I'm on the float. I'm fishing the Waggler this time, just to see what's in here, because we know there's chub in here, but I'd like to see if we can catch something else, or might even get a chub on the float. I've never had one on the float before, so we'll see how it goes. Water wise, it's a little bit on the clear side today. I did think it would be, but also it's dropped by about 6 to 8 inches, which is a bit of a, you know, it could really affect it, but I can't quite see the bottom, so I think we'll be all right today. I think we'll be all right, but I must admit I was a little bit concerned about what breaking strain line to use today, because I knew it was going to be, or I expected it to be a little bit on the clear side, but at the same time, you know, you've got chub in here. I didn't know whether to use 3-pound line, because I've got a spool of 3-pound line and I've got 6, but I've lent on the side of caution and gone with the 6-pound, but I'm going with Fluorocarbon Hooklink, which is virtually invisible, so, you know, which is, I think it's about 5-pound, that is. So I've got a 5-pound hook length on there, which is Drennan Fluorocarbon, and 6-pound mainline, just in case I do happen to hook into a chub, because I'm going to be fishing under these trees again, exactly where I had that chub from before. But as far as species is concerned, I'm looking for anything today. Absolutely, I'll be delighted to catch a few roach, some perch, or whatever. I just want to see what it's like on the float. All I've got bait wise is red maggots. That's all I've got. I've got nothing else. Red maggots, but I have got some ground bait with me. Now ground bait, I've got Special G Dark, which is Bait Tech, made by Bait Tech. Now I normally, from around November onwards, I normally use a dark coloured ground bait in the rivers, normally. Especially when it's turning colder and the waters are a bit clearer, as they are a bit more today. So today I've gone for a dark ground bait, which is like that, just letting it, and I'll add a bit more water to that in a minute. I haven't got much knocked up, just half a bag or quarter of a bag. I'm not going to be putting too much in there today. So that's basically it. So I'm using a dark ground bait. As I say, I normally use a dark ground bait from around November to the end of the river season in March, and then once we start again in June, it's a lighter colour. But everyone's got their own preferences, but that's what I find anyway. So anyway, enough of me waffling on. I'm going to get set up, and I'll see you in a minute when I'm fishing down on the bank. Right, gear wise, I'm using the same rod as I always use, or normally use, for float fishing up here and places like this. 10-foot Omni Match Rod with the Shimano RB 2500 fixed spool, 6-pound mainline. The float is a straight, where are we, Drennan Peacock. It's sorted out, yeah, the float is a straight Drennan Peacock with just 1 BB shot either side, locking it in place, and then down the line I've got number 8 shots, or starting off with the number 6 there. The rest is number 8s, all evenly spaced out down the line. Hook length loop to loop there, and that's Drennan Fluorocarbon hook length, and a size 14 Barbless Kamasan hook. That's what we've got. Quite excited here today, because I really, honestly, I really do not know what's going to happen. No idea, absolutely no idea. I've baited up down there. I've put 2 or 3 small balls of ground bait and a few maggots down there, and we'll see how we get on. I've got no idea, but what we do know that there's chub down there. Now I've just plumbed the depth, and it's a bit deeper than what I thought it was. I mean, I'm about 3 foot, and where I had those chub, I can tell that it's deeper because the float goes under when it gets to the spot, almost the spot where those chub were, by the tree, by the big tree there. You'll see in a minute. So I know there's a hole there, or there's a deeper part there of the stream. So very interesting that. You can really find out a lot of things when you plumb the depth. Sometimes I don't bother if I know more or less what the depth is, but I've never float fished this before, so I never had any idea really. So anyway, enough of me waffling on. Let's get down there and see how we get on today. I'll be absolutely delighted just to catch a few roach or something, because it's cold. I'm well wrapped up here today. I've got my hat on. Oh, really, I've got loads of layers of clothes on, thermal socks, everything. So I'm nice and warm anyway. So we'll get cracking, fish for about half hour, then I'm going to have a cup of tea. We're here till about 2:30 today, and it's just gone 9:30. So we've probably got roughly about 5 hours fishing. So I'll see you down there when I'm fishing. Right, as I say, no idea how this is going to go. Might not catch anything, might not get a single bite. It could be brilliant. We just do not know. That's what makes it exciting, really. But so it's got red maggots today, so we're going to kick off with one red maggot. And see how we get on. I say we do know that there's chub down there. We go then. Sort it out here. Get comfortable. A little bit like stick float fishing, really, just letting the waggler run down. No sign of any bites yet. So, be a bit experimenting with the depth and all that stuff. Right, so nothing at all. No sign of any bites in that swim where I had those 2 chub from. So I've just moved just slightly up. I'll try here. I say it was really, you know, I didn't know how it was going to go. I've never float fished here yet, so I'm basically just looking for somewhere where I can get some bites. That's a bite, I think it might be. It is. Ah, right. Didn't hook it, but there is fish down there. So I've had the first bite. That's encouraging. Right, that's what I was looking for. Yes. As to what it is, Oh, this is great. Not sure what it is. Oops. It's a roach, I think. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Brilliant stuff. Great. Right. Okay. That's great. Yeah, roach. There we are. So the first fish of the session. So we know there's roach there. Nice one. Look at that, look. Great stuff. So the first fish of the session on the Waggler. I was struggling for bites for quite a while, but I suppose that's the nature of it. You have to give yourself time, you know. So lovely, nice fish. Right, no keep net today, of course, not up here. So I'll just put them straight back. There we go again. Look. Oh, that's great. Right. So we know this fish here at the moment, anyway. And that was on double red maggot. So we will do a few spots. I think we're going to have to be honest. I don't really think I've got much choice. Right. Let's have a go in this one. As I say, I wasn't anticipating moving about too much today, but never mind, doesn't matter. Right. A few maggots. Couple of red maggots on. She runs a fair way down without going under. She's almost down as far as that log, that tree that goes across. Yeah. Get another run or two down there. It's actually not a bad run, really. She goes a fair way down. Right, okay, don't appear to be anything here, so we're going to move round to the next one, which I think might be by that willow tree. So I'll see you around there in a minute. Right, we're by the willow tree. Now, I know when I had that link ledger session last time, I did get some bites from here on worm, and in the swim next to this as well, on the bend. So I wonder if they're going to be obliging to a couple of red maggots. Thing is, the depth is all different, really. Let's try a couple of red maggots there and just try, see how we get on. Right, it's 10 to 11 now, still just that one roach. I've tried about 5 or 6 different swims. I'm back in the swim again where I had those chub. I thought I'd give it another go here. If there's nothing here, then I'm going to move round to that swim further up where I told you I saw those chubs sitting at Easter time. So I haven't had a single bite in this bit, but you've got to keep trying these places, to keep persevering. As like last time, you know, I know that was the link ledger, it's different, but I've just had the one bite up to now. At least I caught it. Let's just see. It has warmed up a little bit now, a fraction. Because I've got these stingers in front of me and the line keeps getting caught up in them. So I've yet to have a chub on the float. Yeah, I haven't had one on the float. We'll give a couple of goes here and then we'll go back to the spot where we just had that roach from. There really doesn't appear to be anything here. There's nothing going for it anyway. Right, the summary of the session: I fished about 6 different swims. Just had the one bite up to now, the one roach. That's all I've had. No sign of anything else. So I've come to the spot now where I'm on this bend here, where I fished here before. Now this spot here, when I first saw it, I really wanted to float fish this because I thought it looked good. I actually think it's pretty deep out there, so I'm going to have to lengthen my trace a bit, I think. This is the swim where we've got the slack over this side and then you've got the current over the far side. So we'll give it a go here. It's nearly 11 now. If nothing, you know, if it's going to be a day where I'm not going to get nothing, then I won't be here too long. But let's give it a go. I can't really walk up there because that's all soft underfoot. So I've got to be a bit careful here. So anything I do get, if I catch anything, will have to be over this weed here. I just think, I mean I might be completely wrong, but it just looks better for float fishing here. So let's try a couple of red maggots and see how we get on. It's more or less like fishing a still water. Yeah. Give it a good half hour or so here, even if I'm not getting bites. Means you're well wrapped up. It's a beautiful, crisp November day here at the chest stream. And as I said to you earlier, that water has dropped by a good 6 to 8 inches. You can see it up against that tree where the mark is, where the water mark is. Nothing at the moment. And my next session, looking ahead, will be another roving chub session. But it won't be here. It's somewhere different. Somewhere where I haven't fished before on the river. So I look forward to that one. And we'll see if we can see how we get on there. I wonder if I'd fished the link ledger today with breadflake, I wonder if I would have caught. Don't know, do you? Conditions are different though. I say the 2 times I've fished for chub on the link ledger, the water's been on the coloured side without any doubt. But this time it's definitely clearer. That's why I sort of thought about using a much lighter line, but I haven't. It's too late now. I'm not going to change anything now. But it's a beautiful day. It certainly is a beautiful day now. Cold, but right, no luck at all. It's 10 to 12, still just that one roach. So what I've decided to do, I've come back to the swim where I caught the roach from, and I've made a few adjustments. I've changed my float, I've changed the shotting pattern slightly, and I've put a size 18 hook on, a Kamasan Barbless size 18 hook, because maybe the size 14 was a bit big. You know, I don't know. I mean, as I say, it is a little bit on the clear side. So let's give it a go now. See if it has made any difference. So it's a little bit awkward casting out here. Getting 1 or 2 little knocks on it. bring them maggots out and see if I can attract something. Right, a complete change of direction here now. It's 20 past 12. I've had nothing on the float apart from that one roach. That's the only biting fish I've had. So I've exhausted the swims that I, wanted to fish, and now I've turned now to link ledger, a couple of SSG shots I've put on there, and a bunch of maggots because I've got no bread. So let's just see, because we might pick something up. And we're in the swim where I had those two chub. Let's see how we get on here. There's no point in carrying on with something that just isn't working. And we do know that the link ledger works really well here. But of course, it's not bread flake, it's maggots, but we might pick something else up. It really has been a real struggle. A real struggle on the float, but that's alright. I know, I did want to give it a go here on the float, so now I'm satisfied, that it hasn't worked. So for the last couple of hours, let's at least give ourselves, a little bit of a chance. They still might not get nothing, but of course this isn't my feeder rod, it's my match rod, but it should still be alright. I do think I might need another SSG shot on there. So I've turned to the link ledger again. I said I've changed to a link ledger just the last hour and a half, couple of hours. I've only got maggots, but I did have some peanut butter sandwiches on me. So I had a little bit of bread left from those sandwiches. It's more like crust really than anything else. I thought I'd just squeeze it on, just anything. I'll put it on, I've put it out there. I didn't have a bite. But as I thought it's been out there 10 minutes now, it's probably come off anyway because it's brown bread, it's not white. So I went to reel in, and as I've started to reel in, the blooming chub of about £3, I've just spooked it away from my bait, from my hook bait. It's just swam off. Unbelievable. So was it about to take it, or, there's nothing on the hook now though. I don't know. Clearly saw it just under the surface. It was a chub of about £3. Yet again in that swim, in the same spot. So I've got no bread left at all. I haven't got no brown bread left, so I'm going to have to put a bunch of maggots on. I don't think you'll get it now. It swam off down there somewhere. But yeah, so it shows they're there. It does show they're there. It does shows, doesn't it? It just shows that they are still down there. But I had no interest at all in maggots. I'm really surprised though. I thought I would have got, small fish, bites by roach and stuff like that. But apart from that one this morning, that's all I've had. Oh, it was unbelievable. That was. Clearly saw it just under the surface. I spooked it as I started reeling in. Whether it, the bit of bread that was on there, it was brown bread with a bit of peanut butter in it. Part of my sandwich, but of course it's brown bread. It don't stay on the hook very well. I bet that chub's eating it. But there was no bite. Whether there would have been a bite if I'd left it, but as I say, when I reeled it in, there was nothing on the hook at all. It's just a bare hook. There certainly is a spot for chub just down here, without any doubt. They seem to like it here. I've definitely spooked that, definitely. He went swimming off that way. Now, I don't think I'll bother on the float here again. I think for me now it's always link ledger on this particular venue. That's what I wanted to find out. I wanted to know what it was like on the float. I thought it would be quite good. Well, I thought it had potential. Unless it's the conditions. Maybe it is, I don't know. I know it is cold, but I don't feel confident. I mean, normally I would think you've got half a chance on a bunch of maggots, but because of the way it's gone today, I just don't think that. I don't think they will. Don't think we will. Not a breath of wind though. Absolutely still. Yeah, so I mean the next session will be in a couple of weeks' time now, and it's back on. Well, it's going to be a spot where I've never fished before, on the main river. It's not a tributary, on the main river, and it's a roving chub session. I look forward to that. That'll be in probably a couple of weeks' time. If only I had a bit of bread with me. I've got some fake luncheon meat, but I don't think that'll work. No, we've got a couple of knocks. Which is very rare, because I ain't had that at all today. But I'm fishing. There I'm fishing, well, I've got it. I've got it right tight in there, right tight in there, right up against it, with a bunch of maggots. There's obviously something there, because I definitely had a couple of bites. I ain't got long left now. It's 1:45, another 15 minutes. Well, we're in. I'm not sure what it is. It's nothing huge. Nothing huge, but most welcome. Is it a chubby? Yes. Yes. Oh, brilliant. Oh, well, I'll let the bite develop. I'll let the bite develop this time. That was on maggots. Or was it a roach? Let's have a look. Oh, it's a roach. It's a roach. Wasn't sure. Second one of the day. Second one of the session. My God, it's been hard work trying to, you know, but they're not bad roach, you know. They're all right. That look. Brilliant. Yeah. So it's 2 roach. It's been a real struggle, but you know, it's at least we've caught. At least we've caught. Brilliant stuff. That's on maggots. I thought that looked a good spot down there, but there again, some of the spots I fished today, I thought they looked good as well. But yeah, so roach number 2. Oh, another bite or taps. There's definitely more fish down there. And it's bloomin' marvellous, isn't it? Right when it's time to pack up again. That's where they seem to be, just in there. taps just now. I'll just leave it again. I feel the old temperature's dropping now. So doesn't to me anyway seem the sort of place, well I haven't anyway, where you're going to catch loads, a lot of fish. It's not going to be, it doesn't seem like that here at all. I think you have to work hard for the fish that you do catch. That's why I'm not too disappointed with actually catching a couple of roach. Especially when it's very cold. The water's dropped. It's on the clear side. Definitely still there. Definitely still there. I thought it might have been on there just then, but it's not. Well, it's nearly 20 past 2 now. Them temperatures are really dropping now, so I'm packing up. So I've ended up with just 2 roach today, but I thought it was always going to be a day, where I didn't know how it was going to go, to be honest with you. But it was very difficult to, whether it was the fact that the water's dropped a fair bit and it's on the clear side, whether it's that or what, I don't know, but it certainly was difficult. But I managed to winkle 2 roach out, so at least I've caught something. And I saw that chub that was obviously around where my bait was, following my bait, and obviously spooked it when I started reeling in. Clearly saw it. And that, apart from that, I had a lovely kingfisher I saw about an hour ago. Beautiful bird they are. That's probably about the summary of today's session. So on to the next one, which will be another roving chub session. So to see if we can catch another one. It won't be here. It won't be here. It'll be on the main river, on a stretch that I haven't fished before. And that will be probably in a couple of weeks' time now, because I'm quite busy with Christmas coming up. So probably be in a couple of weeks' time the next one, weather permitting. So I look forward to that, and see if we can catch another one. So anyway, thank you very much for watching. Thank you all those that have subscribed to my channel and pressed the like button. Very much appreciated. Enjoy your own angling, definitely do that. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.